Hello, Form 4 Chemistry, Chapter 6, Book 1, Video number 23. Okay, last video we talked about the concentrations, or even you can call molarity. Okay, but it's still the basic only. So in these questions, in this video, we're going to talk about the exercise. Not exercise, like actually we practice. Okay, or what's meant by concentration, what's meant by molarity. We're having some practice in exercise, so you will be more understand. 你就会比较明白。So now your notes, page number 18 or 19 自己看一下啊。We go to the calculation example. 我们看看算东西的 example. Okay. So calculate the concentration in gram per cubic dm for 0.5 mole per cubic dm of sodium hydroxide. Okay. Or another meaning, I try to make all the question become the real example in our life. 就好像日常生活我们会面对的 example. Okay. So one day they say your teacher say, a boy, a girl, help me to prepare sodium hydroxide with the concentration 0.5 mole per cubic dm 呢。帮我准备 sodium hydroxide， 它的浓度要 0.5 mole per cubic dm。Okay. So how to prepare this sodium hydroxide？ 怎样准备呢 ？Okay. So they say you prepare 1 liter of water， 你准备1 liter 的水。So you're going to add sodium hydroxide inside， 你将会加 sodium hydroxide 在里面，对不对 ？But 0.5 mole actually equal to how many gram？ 0.5 mole 等于多少 gram 呢？不知道，是不是 ？Okay. So how many gram of sodium hydroxide powder you're going to add into 1 liter of water to make it become 0.5 mole per cubic dms? So the question is very simple. Just convert the 0.5 mole into gram. So 0.5 mole of sodium hydroxide equal to how many gram? 等于多少 gram? We need a chapter 3. 我们需要你的第3课。Okay. So as I still remember, sodium hydroxide 1 mole 40 gram, 1 mole 40 gram. Sodium 23, hydrogen 1, oxygen 16. So 1 mole 40 gram. 1 mole sodium hydroxide 40 gram, 0.5 mole how many gram? 20 gram 呢 Okay, so the mass of the sodium hydroxide is equal to the number of mole times the molar mass. 乘它的 molar mass, still remember? 还记得吗 Okay, so 0.5 moles, 1 mole 40 gram, 0.5 mole will be 20 grams. So equal to 20 gram per cubic dm 呢 Okay, so 0.5 mole per cubic dm equal to 20 gram per cubic dm 其实就是一样的 So answer, the concentration of the sodium hydroxide in gram per cubic dm will be 20 gram per cubic dm 呢就是20 gram per cubic dm. Or if you want to make this solution, 如果你要泡这一罐水 just prepare 1 liter of water, add 20 gram sodium hydroxide 搅几下它就是了它搅20 gram per cubic dm and also 0.5 mole per cubic dm. They are same only 啦，同样的东西来的。Okay. Next, second question. 第二题。Okay. Calculate the molarity or the concentration in mole per cubic dms for 10 gram per cubic dm of sodium hydroxide. So 10 gram per cubic dm equal to how many mole per cubic dm? 把这个 gram 变成 number of mole。Okay, so for sodium hydroxide, 1 mole 40 gram. So 10 gram, how many mole? 1 mole 40 gram. 10 gram 等于多少 mole 呢 So change the gram, change the mass into number of mole 呢 Still remember? Chapter 3. The number of mole equal to mass per molar mass. 还记得吗 So the number of mole equal to the mass per molar mass. Sodium hydroxide 1 mole 40 gram. 10 gram 等于多少 mole 呢 So equal to 0.25 mole 就等于 0.25 mole 了 Okay, so the molarity will be equal to 0.25 mole per cubic dm 呢 So 10 gram per cubic dm 其实就等于 0.25 mole per cubic dm. Okay, change the unit only 啦，把它的单位换掉把了 gram 变成 number of mole. So we need your chapter 3 需要你以前的第3课 Okay, and C. Okay, 5 gram of copper 2 sulfate powder is dissolved in the water to form 500 cubic cm of solutions. Okay, 5 gram the copper 2 sulfate powder dissolved in the water to form 500 cubic cm of solution. So calculate the concentration of the copper 2 sulfate solution in gram per cubic dm. 把它的浓度算出来。Okay, so what's mean by concentration? 什么叫浓度呢 1 liter how many gram? 1 liter how many gram? 对不对 So if you're having the very strong basic 什么叫浓度？1 liter 幾 gram？ 1 liter 幾 gram？ 哦，你看啊，半 liter 5 gram 啦，半 liter 5 gram， 1 liter 咪10 gram 咯。So the answer will be 10 gram per cubic cm 啦，10 gram per cubic dm 啦。OK， 答案已經出來了。OK。But if you cannot imagine， 如果你想象不出也不用緊 ，we having the formula. Still remember the formula. So now 500 cubic cm we change to dm first， 因為它有 dm 的關係 ，equal to 0.5 cubic dm 啦，就是半 liter 的意思啦。OK，so concentration equal to the mass over the volume， 對不對 ？Concentration equal to the mass over the volume， gram per cubic dm， 濃度就是1 cubic dm 多少 gram？OK。So in 0.5 cubic dm, it contains 5 gram. 你把5 gram 的 powder 加在 0.5 cubic dm 的水里面，半 liter 的水里面呢。So now how is the concentrations? After the calculation, it will be equal to 10 呢，就等于10了，浓度等于10。Okay. Last. Okay. What is the mass of the sodium carbonate?Okay, what is the mass of the sodium carbonate requires to dissolve in water to prepare 200 ml solution that contains 50 gram per cubic dms. Okay, 什么意思呢 ？So now they say one day in your classroom, your teacher say, "Ah boy, please prepare for me sodium carbonate powder." Oh, sorry. Your teacher say, "Ah boy, please prepare the sodium carbonate solutions." Okay, with the concentration 50 gram per cubic dm, and I want 200 ml， 我要200 ml。So 阿伯快快去那个 lab 帮我泡一杯 sodium carbonate solution， 200 ml 200 ml， 它的浓度是50 gram per cubic dm。So 现在去泡。But the problem is here， 你要讲泡。OK， 很简单啦。OK， 所以 prepare 200 ml water， 你准备200 ml 的水 ，and you add some。Okay, you add some sodium carbonate powder into the water, and you stir, 搅几下就 OK 了啊。Okay, but the problem is here, how many grams you should add inside? 你需要加多少 gram 下去呢？不知道，对不对 ？OK， 很简单 formula 啦。Concentration is equal to the mass per volume， 就是1 liter 里面有多少 gram， 对不对 ？So the concentration that your teacher wants 50。你老师要的浓度呢，就是50 gram per cubic dm。And the mass， 你必须加多少的 sodium carbonate 的粉下去呢 ？You don't know， 不知道。But the volume 你已经知道了200了。Okay，so the concentration that is needed by your teacher is 50 gram per cubic dm， 这是浓度。And you should add some sodium carbonate powder into the water. So how much 不知道。And the water。The volume they want， 它要的 volume 就是 0.2 cubic dm 嘛，200 ml 就是 0.2 cubic dm。So now make the calculation， 算草一下。So mass equal to 50乘 0.2 10 gram 嘛。So to prepare this solution， 要泡这一罐水，一杯水啦，准备200 ml 的水 ，add 10 gram of sodium carbonate and stir it， 搅几下就好了的，明白吗 ？So this is what we call concentration， 这种东西就叫浓度了。Okay, so not good enough， 还不够好。So we're going to having more and more calculation and make you become expert in the pharmacy, in the hospital for you to prepare the solution 给你泡水用了。Okay, so temporarily settle. Bye bye.